Scott had brought a computer over for Grandma. Saturday morning she played solitaire to learn about the mouse. We had a running joke about all the wonderful things she could do if she got the internet, like find out when the pool opened. That afternoon, Ryan and I went swimming. It was 104. Needless to say, I got sunburned. In the evening, Naomi and Scott brought carry-out from a Tex-Mex restaurant. After polishing off the meal with Naomi's delicious homemade cheesecake, we visited, while Ryan and Scott played with magnetics, a building game. As you can see, my parents like to collect things, and there are more that aren't shown here. Their most varied collection is of nativity scenes. When the grandchildren were young, they liked to troop through the house, counting them. My mother said that when she looks at everything, she thinks it's time to shed some. But then she looks at the individual items, and they are too special. My father once said that each object around him held a story. He couldn't bear to part with them. They were his life.
obelisk, over Harry in his blood-soaked robes, then to the diary in his hand. She drew a great shuddering gasp, and tears began to pour down her face. Harry, oh Harry, I tried to tell you at the breakfast, but I couldn't say it in front of Percy. It was me, Harry.
Not all at once. You got 10, 20, 30. How am I doing, Ryan?
Whoa. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Ooh, smooth thin. 2 tens, just as smooth as anything. Yeah, 20.
Before we knew it, Naomi arrived to take us to the airport, and we lined up for misty-eyed hugs. When we got to the airport, we took the Skylink to our terminal. The flight back was a piece of cake, gentle conversation, and plenty of crazy eight. That was the best trip ever, said Ryan. It turns out he had met all of his goals for the trip, the most important of which was to have fun. I agree that we had a great time together on our trip to Texas. When we were saying goodbye, my father began to share what it's like. He's growing weaker and more tired. I felt death slip into the parlor. He sat down and looked around. Staying alive was becoming more difficult. Dad's desire was that he fall asleep one night and never wake up. I flashed back to when I was Ryan's age. To the consternation of my parents, I had difficulties falling asleep. "Why aren't you sleeping yet?" my mother would ask. "Because I need a drink of water," was my excuse. But I was scared, worried that when I fell asleep, I would never awake. I glanced into the parlor. Death was staring at me. He smiled. Even when I visited the Sour homestead as a youngster, I was drawn to the windmill. It pumped up groundwater, cool, life-giving water for the parched West Texas earth. topped by a spinning circle whirling in the wind like a prayer wheel. I imagine this windmill showers blessings on my parents' home. Blessings and peace.